2.
Good morning guys, hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Daniel from Yes Construction. Today's video is about the Microcement versus tiles. What's better and why? I'll give you all my reasoning, all my opinions. Microcement is being getting a lot more popular in recent years, and I can see it year by year is increasing in popularity. The reason for that is because Microcement got better. It's no longer cement based. That means it's resin-based. The stuff that we use is resin-based, and so it's waterproofed from the very first layer. The base layer is already waterproof in your bathroom, and it's extremely tough. You can whack it with a hammer and you won't damage it. So let me quickly run you through the process, and I'll tell you what's the most important thing when you're preparing your bathroom for microcementing. Do I think it's better than tiles, and why? Stay tuned. So this is the basement flat we're refurbishing here in Hackney. We're at kind of final stages, and then it's time for the bathroom. So we've got the underfloor heating running everywhere, powered by the heat pump, which is priming the walls. So basically, preparation is number one thing for microcement. Why is microcement failing very often? It's because the subsurface is not prepared correctly. Okay, so as you see, these are all partition walls. They are all wooden joist walls. Yeah, we don't want to screw a board straight into the joist, regardless if it's a cementatious board or whichever board are you using. It's because that hollow space behind it is not a good idea. Okay, so we applied OSB board, which is very cheap, right? But it creates a solid tough surface. On top of that, we're going to glue and screw the jacker boards, those insulation boards. Yeah, you can use cementatious boards as well. I mean, if this was a hollow space and then you use 12mm cementatious boards, that would be fine. I still prefer to put the OSB anyway, because you're obviously losing that space of the bathroom, so sometimes you just have to be very conscious about that. But the client didn't mind. I explained the benefits of having the OSB behind it, so that's where we're going. So those two things are going to be two electric heater rails, and then we've got the shower controls are here. There'll be a bespoke vanity built here, and with a push to open door. And that vanity also is going to be micro-cemented, and that is another great benefit of micro-cement, that you can micro-cement anything. You can get your extractor fan and micro-cement it, you can get your spotlights micro-cemented. And this is going to be built with like a cut flap on the side, and that's going to be for the cut litter. And when you open the doors here, you can then remove the tray, clean it, whatever. Yeah, so that's going to be mainly for the cut. And as you see, there's a spout coming out of the wall. Okay, so and then in here we've got the toilet frame. It's a suspended toilet. Okay, yeah, and as you see, this we've built of MDF. It's because when you tie the toilet into the wall, anything else there could potentially move and crack the microcement. So this is solid 18mm moisture resistant MDF. Once we microcement that, then there is no risk that the toilet can ever crack the microcement. So again, preparation, thinking everything through. There's gonna be a cupboard here. We've done, just need to tidy this all up a little bit. We've done point-to-point plumbing in here, so there is no any connections under the floor or in the walls. Everything is happening here. So we've got cold coming in, and then from there it will go to the basin, to the toilet, to the shower, and so on. Yeah, hot and cold water, and all of this is gonna be covered up with an MDF cupboard, which is also going to be micro-cemented. So the seamless, clean look of microcement everywhere, apart from the floor. The floor will be tiled with a 600 by 600 tiles. We're having this unusual thing built in here. We've done this a few times already in other bathrooms. the glass will go from floor all the way to the ceiling. Okay, so there will be no trims. There will be no trims like usually you get this big trims, black, chrome, whatever you go for. This one is going to have no trims. There will be a very little 12mm trim screwed into that joist, into the floor, and once we put the boards in, let's start off with applying the decoupling mat on the floor before tiling. Next in the queue are the jacker boards. They are applied on adhesive and screws. Now we are going to finish all the MDF work. All the jacker boards are on the walls, apart from the one wall where the glass is going to be. So let me quickly show you. So, see, this is solid, yeah. It's got adhesive behind it. It's got screws everywhere, yeah. These joints, I'm gonna sand them down with a sander as well because they need to be nice and flat. Don't forget that microcement is not something you are leveling or straightening the walls with. That needs to be done before microcementing. Microcementing is to apply. It's a finished product, not a leveling product. Okay, so anyway, now I'm going to build this MDF cupboard here. There will be like a big metal strip for LED lights, blah blah blah. So I'm going to build this. We will finish plumbing here, put some insulation in, and then I'm going to close this wall as well. And then we're just going to leave that slot for the glass to slide in. Can't microcement until the glass is in. Hopefully that will come within the next couple of days. Yeah. So all of this is been boarded, as you see, all the way around. In here we're gonna have a nice angle bead, yeah, to separate the door frame. We don't put architraves in the bathrooms unless it's a kind of stylish country bathroom where the architrave is necessary to maintain the look, a traditional look. But in a modern bathroom, I don't believe there should be an architrave, so we keep it like that. Architrave is something that always rots at the bottom, so we are trying to eliminate any possible issues, future issues, problems.
Alright, it's all coming together nicely. It's time to prime everything. We are not applying the mesh on the MDF, but we are going to apply the mesh on all the jackerboards, just because there's lots of joints, and the mesh will reinforce them and stop the microcement from cracking. It's a special dedicated primer for microcement. We use the primer to stick the mesh on with as well. It's time to microcement. We're going to apply 3 layers, 2 layers of the base coat and 1 layer of the final coat. After that, we're going to apply 3 layers of the seal coat. Between all layers, we need to sand to make things smooth before the next coat. I have been working late throughout the process, so I had to stop to drink some nice black coffee. I'm sure that by now you have a pretty good idea how this process goes. And here is the finished product.
Here we go. So this basin, this door is going to be painted, but the client wants to do that by themselves. So, it's got this kind of copper looking basin. That's the cut flap, obviously. That's what the cut's gonna go in. We've got the micro-cemented units, so push to open, and the cut liter will be there on the floor. It's nice and stylish bubble rail heaters. Got mirror. There will be a nice pendant there later, but for now this is what it is. Obviously spout, water spout. Niche in the wall. Everything is stainless steel. We've got this LED light at the top there, another unit as well. The Microcement. We've got the, it's all labelled as well. That's the manifold for the plumbing. It's point-to-point plumbing. It's all nicely labelled to say what's what. Got a little socket underneath it as well. It's lovely, Microcement. I really like Microcement. It's different. It's let me see if I can show you the texture. Now you can see it. Looks like a cave, a little bit rough, but at the same time it's very smooth. Yeah. And as I mentioned before, you can microcement anything, build stuff out of MDF like we did here, and then you can just nicely microcement it. Same as this is all MDF work. It's a lovely bathroom, it's really nice and fresh. The ceiling is going to stay plastered, nothing's going to happen to it, it's just going to be give a little rub down, and it's going to be lacquered, matte lacquer, so now it's going to be the color of the ceiling. And as you see, the glass, there's no trims anywhere. The glass just disappears in the ceiling and then in the wall again. There's no trim here, just a thin bit of silicone, as you can tell. And same on the floor. No trim at all, it's just a bit of silicone. But there is a trim obviously under the tiles, there's a trim in the wall, there's a trim in the ceiling. All of this is just hidden. That's what we've done. So it's got this very minimalistic look. Yeah, I really like this bathroom. This is my type of bathroom. As I said, it's a very simple bathroom, but it's definitely one of my favorite. I love the color, I love the composition here. It's very spacious. It's not a big bathroom, it's a small bathroom, but because we don't have a shower enclosure, it's just an open shower, it creates that illusion of extra space. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this bathroom. Just quickly guys, about the what I think, tiles versus microcement, which one would I go for? Personally, I would go for microcement. It's because tiling, you know, it's been there for generations and for thousands of years really, and so is microcement actually. Not this type. This type is obviously, this is all resin stuff, but this is the improved version of microcement. It's not cement based, it's resin based. It's extremely waterproof, extremely tough and durable. I do love the microcement because you can create a very minimalistic look. You can build your bespoke furniture at very low cost, have them micro-cemented instead of buying all this expensive thousands of pounds worth of vanities and stuff. And units like this, for instance, like this one here, you can't buy that. You have to build it, right? It's bespoke, made to measure. So yeah, and then just micro-cement it. I think this is a brilliant solution. So for me, honestly, I like both. I like tiled bathrooms, I like micro-cemented bathrooms. In my own house, it's micro-cement. I've got micro-cement in the hallway, I've got micro-cement in the kitchen, I've got micro-cement in the bathrooms because I like it. It's nice, you know, and there's different colors, you can do certain tricks with it and stuff. So yeah, for me, it's micro-cement. I'm very curious to hear from you guys. What do you think about microcement? And if you have had it done, a lot of people say, oh, it's a disaster, it was leaking and all of that. That's because it's not the right material. We're using a top-notch material. There's only 2 companies in the UK that supply that kind of stuff. So we're using a top-notch materials, resin-based, and it's waterproof from the very first coat. There's 4 of them. So yeah, it's and I can't stress enough how important it is to prepare the surface properly for microcementing. It's the most important part of the job, getting the surface correct. You know, you can't just whack microcement on anything and hope for the best. Because if microcement cracks, the water will leak through, right? So your walls need to be prepared properly. You can microcement the floor as well. You can microcement the ceiling if you like. It's no problem. But what I'm saying is preparation, preparation, preparation. That is the most important part of the job. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. That's the only thing I get out of this, your subscriptions and satisfaction. So it's highly appreciated if you do subscribe. And drop me a like and a comment if you have time. Thank you very much and see you in my next video.